Hello everyone, myself Saman Aqeel. I am currently working as an assistant professor in IIMT College of Pharmacy. Today I will be discussing about pulmonary drug delivery system. Let's see the contents of today's topic: introduction, advantages, disadvantages, applications, aerosols, manufacturing of aerosols, and evolution of aerosols. Now, first come to the introduction. Pulmonary drug delivery systems. Pulmonary means lungs. These systems are designed for the lungs. Pulmonary drug delivery system refers to a device, technology, or formulation of a drug meant for infusion into the body via the pulmonary route. Pulmonary route used to treat different respiratory diseases from last decade. The inhalation therapies involve the use of leaves from plants, vapors from aromatic plants, balsams, and myrrh. Pulmonary drug delivery is primarily used to treat conditions of the airways, delivering locally acting drugs directly to the site of action. Delivery of drugs directly to their site of action reduces the dose needed to produce a pharmacological effect. In the 1920s, adrenaline was introduced as a nebulizer solution. Porcine insulin nebulizer in 1925 was first brought into use for conducting experimental studies on diabetes. Pulmonary delivery of penicillin was a subject of investigation in mid 1940s, while steroids have been in existence for treating asthma since around 1955. The respiratory tract is one of the oldest routes used for the administration of drugs. Over the past decades, inhalation therapy has established itself as a valuable tool in the local therapy of pulmonary diseases such as asthma or COPD. COPD is chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. This type of drug application in the therapy of these diseases is a clear form of targeted drug delivery. Currently, over 25 drug substances are marketed as inhalation aerosol products for local pulmonary effect, and about the same number of drugs are in different stages of clinical development. So this is the introduction of pulmonary drug delivery system. Now let's have a look on the advantages of these systems. First is it is less invasive. Second is enhanced patient compliance. Third is localized drug deposition reduces incidence of systemic and generalized exposure because it is of local use. Next is avoidance of first metabolism. Next is rapid onset of action due to quick absorption across the mucous membrane. Next is easy of formulation of water insoluble or soluble drug molecules. Last one is avoidance of gastrointestinal upset because it is not administered orally. These are the disadvantages of pulmonary drug delivery system. First is low efficiency and low amount of drug delivered per puff. It is delivered in the form of puff. Second is targeting problems. Third one is poor formulation stability of drugs. Fourth one is immunogenicity problem with protein-based drug. If you are using any protein-based drug, that can cause immunogenicity problem. And the last fifth one is the rapid drug clearance by phagocytosis and mucociliary clearance. So these are the disadvantages of pulmonary drug delivery system. Now, what are the applications of these systems? A variety of local and systemic disorders can be treated by drugs delivered via pulmonary route as follows: asthma and COPD, that is chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, as the traditional stronghold. Next one is the insulin aerosols for hypoglycemic states. Next is treatment of migraine. Pulmonary drug delivery system can also be used for the treatment of migraine. Next one is nicotine aerosol for cessation of smoking in addicts. If you are working on the cessation means stopping the smoking in addicts, you can use nicotine aerosol. Next are aerosols for angina, that is heart pain, pulmonary arterial hypertension, and acute lung injury. Next is vaccination by aerosols, as in the case of measles, it is skin disease. Next one is the gene therapy and cancer and tuberculosis chemotherapy. Next is pulmonary delivery of low molecular weight heparin. Heparin is used anticoagulant. Next is controlled drug delivery to lungs. Next one is for bone disorders also. Next one is aerosolized opioids as analgesic for treating pain and use as painkillers. And next one is the amphotericin B, gentamicin, and ribavirin aerosols. These are some antibiotic aerosols. Now, look at these aerosols. What are aerosols? A pharmaceutical aerosol is defined as a colloidal system containing liquid and solid particles, that is in the form of active ingredients suspended in a propellant. Propellant is in the form of liquid gas or compressed gas, which creates the pressure inside the aerosol. Next is the power propellants help in expelling the contents from the container. Aerosols are meant for topical, systematic, and oral administrations, and these are also known as pressurized packages because these exert the pressure. Advantages of aerosols are as follows: easily withdrawn of drug, easy and convenient to apply, faster onset of action, no manual or direct contact with the medicament, avoid the first pass metabolism, a specific amount of dose or drug can be removed, no microorganism can enter, release the contents in controlled and uniformly, provides efficacy of a drug, protect the photosensitive medicament and oxygen sensitive material because aerosols are containers. Irritation can be reduced. Now, these are the disadvantages of aerosols. Costly. Aerosols are of high cost. Difficult disposal of empty aerosol containers. You can't dispose the aerosol containers easily. In some cases, there might be some allergy. Next, these are explosive. Some formulation are very difficult to prepare. Sometimes propellant may cause toxic reactions. So these are the disadvantages of aerosols. Now, these are the components of aerosols. What is the aerosol is made up of? Propellant, container, valve, actuator, and product concentrate. So these are the 5 basic components of a aerosol. Now, what are propellants? Responsible for developing proper pressure within the container. These propellants are responsible for developing pressure inside the container, provide driving force to expel the product from the container. Two types of propellants are used. First one is liquefied gas propellant, and second one is compressed gas propellants. What are liquefied gas propellants? These exist as liquid under pressure. Because the aerosol is under pressure, propellant exists mainly as a liquid, but it will also be in the head space as a gas form. The product is used up as the valve is open. Some of the liquid propellant turns to gas and keep the head space full of gas, as you see in the case of perfumes also. This is the same phenomena. In this way, the pressure in the can remains essentially constant and the spray performance is maintained. Now, these are the compressed gas propellants. Compressed gas propellants occupy the head space above the liquid in the can. When the aerosol valve is opened, the gas pushes the liquid out of the can. So this is the phenomena of how compressed gas propellant work. The amount of gas in the head space remains the same, but it has more space, and as a result, the pressure will drop during the life of the can. Spray performance is maintained, however, by careful choice of the aerosol valve and actuator. Now, second component of an aerosol is container. They must be able to withstand pressures as high as 140 to 180 pounds per square inch gauge at 130 Fahrenheit. So this is the pressure which a container must able to withstand with. Types of aerosol containers. There are two types of aerosol containers: metal containers and glass containers. In metal containers, there are three types: tin plate steel, aluminium, and stainless steel. And in glass, it is of two types: plastic, uncoated glass, and plastic coated glass. But metal containers are having less chances of breakage as compared to glass containers. Now, third component of an aerosol is valve. The valve is easy to open and close, capable of delivering the content in the desired form, such as spray, foam, solid stream, etc. It can deliver a given amount of medicament. There are two types of valve. First is continuous spray valve. Second is metering valve. Continuous spray valve content gives in the continuous form, while metering valve has some meter, so it exhale a definite amount of medicament only. Now, the fourth component is the actuator. These are specially designed buttons. Buttons you can see whenever you see a perfume or any aerosol, you have to press a button like a structure. That is the actuator. These are specially designed buttons which helps in delivering the drug in the desired form. That is spray, wet stream, foam, or solid stream, whatever it is. Now, type of actuators are spray actuator, foam actuators, solid steam actuator, and special actuators. And the phenomena is known as actuation. Now, manufacturing of aerosols. How these aerosols are manufactured? Aerosols can be manufactured by three processes: pressure filling apparatus, cold filling apparatus, and compressed gas filling apparatus. Now let's come to pressure filling apparatus. It consists of a pressure burette capable of metering small volumes of liquefied gas in the aerosol container under pressure. Now, propellant is then added through an inlet valve located at the bottom and top of the pressure burette. Then the propellant is allowed to flow with its own vapor pressure in the container through aerosol valve. Next is the trapped air escape out from the upper valve. The propellant stops flowing when the pressure of burette and container become equal. Then if further propellant is to be added, a hose or rubber pipe leading to a cylinder of nitrogen is attached to the upper valve. The pressure exerted by nitrogen helps in the flow of propellant into the container. So this is how pressure filling apparatus works for aerosol. Now let's come to cold filling apparatus. It consists of an insulated box fitted with copper tubings, and the tubings are coiled to increase the area exposed to cooling. The insulated box should be filled with dry ice or acetone prior to use because it is cold filling apparatus. The apparatus can be operated with or without meter valve. Hydrocarbon propellant cannot be filled into aerosol containers using this apparatus because large amount of propellant escape out and vaporize. This may lead to formation of an explosive mixture. Fluorocarbon vapors do not form any explosive or flammable mixture through their vapors are heavier than air. Now, the third and the last one is the compressed gas filling apparatus. Compressed gases have high pressure, hence a pressure reducing valve is required. The apparatus consists of delivery gauge, a flexible hose pipe, that is rubber pipe, which can withstand 150 pounds per square inch gauge pressure, is attached to the delivery gauge along with the filling head. A flow indicator is also present in specialized equipments. So these were the three methods or the apparatus by which manufacturing of aerosols can be done. Now the evaluation test of aerosols. Once you have developed aerosols, how would you evaluate these aerosols? First one is the flash point apparatus. Tag open cup apparatus product is chilled to -25°F, and the test liquid temperature is allowed to increase slowly, and the temperature at which vapor ignite, that is burn, is called as flash point. Next one is the flame projection. The product is sprayed for 4 seconds into a flame and the flame is extended. Exact length is measured with a ruler, how much the flame is extended. So this is measured with the help of any ruler. Next one is vapor pressure. The vapor pressure can be measured by pressure gauge or can functioning device. Next one is the density. The density can be measured by hydrometer or hygrometer. Next one is the moisture. Moisture can be estimated by Carl Fisher method or gas chromatography. Next one is the identification of propellants. These could be identified with gas chromatography or infrared spectroscopy. And the last one is the net contents. Net contents can be estimated as tad contents that have been placed onto the filling lines are reweighed, and the difference in weight is equal to the net contents. In destructive method, weighing a full container and then dispensing as much of the content as possible, the contents are then weighed. This gives the net content of the container which containing the aerosols. Thank you.